Hey everybody, this is War Necromancer with Drion. In KSP, we're gonna have Drion design us a spaceship today, and we're gonna see
and
what it can do.
and it will probably suck. Let's
All right,
see.
okay. Yeah.
Start with the one under that one.
So,
That one.
so you want this pod?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with this pod. All right.
Okay.
So
let's see.
here's your pod. It is a small pod.
What's the?
Do you want to build the nose cone first, or do you want to start working on the actual body of the rocket?
Let's start with actually placing some fuel under that, so it actually has some basis.
Okay, so let's before we do that, let's throw a stack decoupler, which is necessary always, and an SAS module so that it doesn't flip over the second it gets off. Okay, what kind of fuel do you want? Do you want a regular fuel tank, which is this? Do you want or a big fuel tank, which is this?
What's the other one beside that one?
This one?
Yeah.
It is a smaller, it's a half tank of the big one.
Ah.
And then we also have jet fuel, which is the same as, come out here, which is the same as the regular fuel, except for it is less efficient because it has a fuselage. Yeah, it just sucks.
Take the smaller one.
Okay. How many would you like?
3
3? Okay.
in total.
Come on. Okay, there
Let's
we have...
see what type of burner do we want.
Okay, we have this one, which has a max thrust of 215, but does not have thrust vectoring, which means it can't change the direction of its thrust. That one's a big one. There's this one, which has 200 thrust, but does have thrust vectoring. And there's this one, which has 135 thrust and has advanced thrust vectoring.
Take the one beside that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Stack that on, and then I'm going to assume you want a new stage.
We want the nose of that thing first.
Okay, so nose. So we have several options here. We can actually throw a nose cone on, or we have this avionics package, which basically gives it SAS, although not much SAS. Or we can go straight to throwing a parachute on the nose.
Yeah, take a parachute.
Okay.
If it actually wants to land on the planet again.
Okay.
Which most likely will not. Let's see. Now to make the second phase thing.
Okay, so second phase, we need an a stack decoupler. Throw that on there. Now, did you want to three-way split it, or do you want to keep it straight? Or do you want
We want a freeway.
three-way split? Okay.
Yeah.
Nope, there it was. Okay, three-way split.
Let's see. And for those, I think we want the large ones.
The large ones won't stack onto the three-way splitter. You can only have one.
Ah. Okay.
That said, you can attach large ones later, but you can't actually attach them to this. But we can put structural fuselages, so these don't contain fuel. They're really light.
Yeah, they have like those, what's it called? Fuel rods?
No, they don't have any, they don't contain fuel at all. These are just structure. And if we take some of those, then we can attach a decoupler to these. Go zoom. Now scroll down.
Okay, and like
a decoupler, and then we can take the large fuel tanks and attach them to the decouplers. But
sounds good.
That, in my opinion, is wasted space, though, because that could be used as fuel tanks.
Yeah.
'Cause these are empty. But they're light, so it's a trade-off. Do you want extra fuel or do you want the lack of...
We can take the lack of fuel.
You want the lack of fuel?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then let me throw a support beam on here, because they're not very good at supporting themselves.
Yeah, that is noticeable.
Okay. Connect. Okay. Make sure it went all the way around. Okay, so we have that. You want more fuel tanks for the biggies?
Yeah.
How many?
Can take after that one more.
Okay. Did you want it above or below?
Can take it above.
Right there? Okay.
Yeah. And then support beams between them so they don't really knock into each other. Or in a way like that. And we'd probably need a tip on those.
Okay, probably should go with another gyroscopic stabilizer and a basic nose cone, I think, would be good.
Yeah.
The blue one, because the blue is pretty.
Blue.
And
Then we can take the what's the first one there?
Big engines?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can take fuel rods to actually start the thrusts.
Oh, they start themselves. We're good.
Yeah. Hmm.
I know these engines have self-firing ignition.
Hmm.
Yes. It's just there's one of these is the way that it's designed, it acts like it uses a fuel rod, but the mechanic isn't there for it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Shall we try it?
Sure.
See
Let's throw one more thing on here though, because I'm afraid that it's not going to hold entirely together. And just for the sake of my sanity, because I've never actually built a three-way splitter without doing this, because they always fall apart on me.
Yeah.
Oh sure, be like that. I hate you, game, sometimes. Not really, I love you, Purple Space Program, but you need to die in a fire. Okay. So we're going to attach you right here. And we're going to make you through. And attach you down there. Okay. And what are we naming this beast?
And haven't attached to the other ones either.
What?
Look, they haven't attached to themselves.
There we go. Okay.
No, it is. Muffin?
Muffin Man?
Or Muffin? Mac? MC, in other words. Muffin.
Okay. Muffin McMuffin 1. Preparing for launch.
This will go horribly. I just know it.
You know what I forgot to do?
What?
But it doesn't matter anyway, just because of the way the staging is set up. I forgot to redo the staging, but that's okay. I think we're gonna be fine.
And then we have Bob. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
You will probably explode, but it doesn't
Don't
really
forget
matter.
to shit yourself. Okay. give me my countdown here.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And it's off, and it's unstable.
Yeah, it's stable enough.
Not stable enough, but it's a little bit unstable.
Oh yeah, that center tower is wobbly.
Yeah.
Oh, engine's overheating. Better dial back a little bit. Look, we're moving at 100 meters a second. Yay!
Yes. We'll probably burn out the fuel before it even gets to the point where it actually goes out
There's
of
not
space.
going to be fuel before we're not even going to make it to the stratosphere, everybody. Not even going to make it to the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to die.
Bye, Bob.
Bye, Bob. I hope you like your wee-wee. Where did what? You left your wee-wee at home. Oh. Oh, why would you? No, this is an important mission and you left your wee-wee at home. Shame on you, Bob. Shame on you. I'm
It's still
telling
going?
Jebediah. Yeah, it is. It's actually doing quite well. That said, I don't actually know what side is the cabin, at all. Like, I think it's right there, but I'm not sure. Because the crew hatch is on the bottom of this one, so yeah, that is the top. It's totally the monkey pod, too, which is the best part of everything. You chose the monkey pod?
Yeah. But it looks good.
It does look good.
Poor Bob.
Yes, poor Bob.
But look at that. We're about halfway.
Oh, look at all the cluster of ship graves.
That was not me.
Yeah,
That was Koko.
these are me playing around because Kerbal Space Program is an amazing thing. I consider myself a Kermanite. That said, I suck at flying space planes, and that is literally what all of those are. Okay, well, the pink ones are space planes, and those are
Well, we
pink
seem
ones
to
too.
have gotten out of orbit.
Yeah, you made it past the
Yes,
stratosphere
well, we're still
on
in
the first
orbit.
tank. Yeah, no, from launch to past stratosphere. I am quite impressed, actually. It's because it's so damn light.
Yeah, so it burns less fuel actually. To actually move itself up.
And disengaging first stage. And disengaging second stage. And third stage. And firing.
Whee! Oh, Bob shat his pants.
He did shat his pants. Let's see where we're at. Hi. Hi, Apoapsis. How are you today? Oh, it's nap time, you say. Don't lie. By the way, this is the only time I've ever seen an elliptical orbit actually stay in elliptical orbit, because usually orbits stabilize themselves. Prime example of this was trying to make a vehicle that would leave the orbit of the sun, like this one just went into sun or orbit. But yeah, this is totally almost like it's stabilized itself into a round and then pops back to an elliptical and then will restable itself into a round. And the same thing with this one, like it doesn't stay elliptical consistently like the one around the planet. It's hilarious.
Well, look at that, it's going rather far.
It is.
I'm amazed.
I'm not.
I didn't even take much thought into it, sadly enough. Like, yeah, slap that on there. Yeah, that
Yeah,
looks
it's
good.
like, let's
Yeah,
just
let's
slap
go.
this together. Nothing like Big McLarge Huge. You know, the rocket that I've only put 20 hours into to make it work. And then you just come along, hey, it's missing struts. You should put those there. Oh, I
Then
didn't notice
boom,
that
it
before.
works fun.
Hey, look, you increased my efficiency by 300%. Congratulations, you're a rocket scientist.
Like, the only problem his rocket basically had was basically when it was going up, the outer ones pushed the inner ones into the actual
Yeah, it had...
rocket, so it exploded.
It had for its 10?
Look at that.
12.
The first try, and mine goes up to like 5,000 meters per second.
5,000 meters a second, yeah. And 600,000 meters above the ground.
And that's my first try, and you had not even reached that much ever before.
I don't know. My first try... my first try was on the original Kerbal Space Program when that wasn't a thing. Like, there was a speed limit.
Yeah.
Well, there's your Kerbonaut. Let's say hi to Bob. Everybody say hi to Bob. This is Bob in his monkey pod. Let's get some jetting going on here. Everybody, this is
Bob.
This is Bob. Say bye to your spaceship, Bob. I decided that I love you so much, Bob, that we're going to send you into the sun.
Is that actually still the spaceship going, or is that actually Bob going?
The pod is still moving.
Okay.
But Bob is also not with the pod, and there's the last stage.
So the first time I go one.
Oh yeah, you did quite well. I am quite impressed, sir. Look, we're inside. Inside of your inside of your suit.
Poor Bob.
Let's break the glass on his helmet so that he suffocates. Ready? Oh! You're breathing the... Why aren't you dying? Your eyes should be popping out.
His eyes are already popped out.
But yeah, so that's KSP. Drion's first attempt at a rocket.
And it worked very well.
It worked amazing. So we're gonna
let's see how far it has actually gone.
Okay, well, we'll do that real quick. Oh, that is a squirmy line there. We can see the iron core of the sun.
Nice.
I need to stop doing that or we're going to cause epilepsy. I like that. That's something I've never seen before. It also scares me. The command pod is currently right there. Also Bob and the McMuffin 1 debris is the last stage fuel and rocket. Yes, but...
Wow. So compared to your other experiments, how well did mine go?
Ever since this updated to 1.6.1, your first rocket actually was more successful than my first 3 rockets, so...
Yeah, but out of all of them.
Out of all of them, I'm going to have to say that you have designed a mildly stable platform which may actually, with some tweaking, be fairly efficient. That's still kind of cool, although I'm afraid of lawsuits and epilepsy. It will take 68 years, but your rocket is going to escape the sun's gravitational. I've got to see this. Let's see if this actually is a thing. I am ticked. That is, I have been trying for literally a week and a half now to create a rocket that leaves the gravity well of the sun. And what do you do in your first try? You create a rocket that is going to leave the that is just infuriating. You are grounded, sir. You are grounded. Holy, I don't even... I want to... You have to buy this game now. You you have to go buy this game. I want to see what you come
No.
up with. I
No.
feel like you would be a super genius playing this game. That is the most agitating thing ever. Holy hell.
Well,
I have been...
considering that rocket science is basically a logical matter, it is very hard to actually think out, but because I think very logically, I can, like, do miracles. Sometimes, at least.
Yeah. See, I don't think logically... Well, I think logically, but I think practical logically, not application... Or I don't think application logically, I think theoretical logical.
Since basically what mine did was basically it had a lot of fuel for its weight, so basically the fuel actually got it where it was supposed to go.
Very, very good feeling.
We are going to explore!
That is the most annoying thing, though, that just your first try, without even anything.
Without even taking thought into it, which is hilarious! Look at Bob.
Let's go back to Bob. How are you, Bob? I love how the sun is still shining on you, even though we can't even see the sun in the sky. How much fuel do you have left in your thruster pack? You are still at... We're gonna get you home. Wait, why can't... You're out... Thrust! Thrust, sir, thrust! Thrust! Aw, he's dead.
Yeah,
he's been in space for 60-something years. Yeah, he's been in space for 168 years. I don't think he's alive anymore.
Yeah.
But congratulations, Bob Kerman. You are the first Kerbonaut in my game, at least, to have escaped the sun. You have breached Sunner orbit. I am very proud of you. You are also at the limitations of the game, and you cannot actually travel any farther than you're at, except for statistically. But yeah, so that was KSP with Drion. So well.
And I succeeded, which he hasn't done in
Weeks.
a very long time.
Weeks. So yeah, now I get to be mad at Drion. But yeah, so we'll see you later, YouTubes.
Bye bye. So let's see here.